YouTube, it's Storm God here. It's been a long while since I've done a build or I've done anything for this game. It's been 6 months, but I figured I'd finally get one of my builds out. Alright, this is my Stamina Dragonite for PvE slash some PvP, but mostly PvE DPS. You could honestly do Vet Dungeons, Vet DSA, which this build has done. You could even do VMA, but I don't feel like going in there. You could do Trials, maybe Vet Trials if you get better gear. Anyway, let's just get into the stats, I guess. If anybody has any questions, I'll get them done with. Pretty much, let me just get this buff up. This. We are pretty much about 3400 with Igneous procced. You get a weapon pot, you can get a bit higher. So that all the proc, but pretty good weapon damage. As you can see, 64 in stamina. I am a Red Guard, Boone the Warrior, Dubious. You could go Tri-Stat, but I just like Dubious because it's a lot better. Again, Flames of Oblivion, Savagery. Get Igneous Weapons, which gives you Minor Brutality and Major. That's pretty decent. Let me just go over the gear, I guess, first. First off, we are using 5 Ravager. Honestly, this set's a pretty good set. You get it out of Velastris and Cyrodiil. Basically gives you weapon crit, health, damage. 5-piece. When you deal melee damage, yeah, you can read, but this is an interesting set. I'm trying it. You could go Axe Dagger, or Axe and a Mace, or dual axes, but I want Axe Dagger. The Axe you want Transmuted Nerd, and you can put a Poison Glyph. Dagger, I got it Defending, which is a bit nice. Life Drain, I might make this infused if I need to. No poisons. Next bar, which is our back bar, and about the Master's Bow with a Disease Enchant, and pretty much when you deal damage with this, it is 300 something weapon damage with Poison Injection. Now, if you don't have that and you don't feel like doing DSA or anything like VMA, then get a 2-piece Nerd Bow. Honestly, you could get if you can craft like an Acuity Bow or something, just a non-set piece, something you can get that you can just transmute into Nerd. Nerd this. Disease Enchant, or you could just go Poison. I think double damage is the best, something like this. But the one from the game's a bit better. Double damage, but I just run a Disease Enchant. For monster heads, I got 3 that I personally like. First one is Veladreth. You get this out of Vet Cradle of Shadows. 1-piece, weapon damage, 2-piece. You deal damage, you basically 20% chance to create disease spores. That does a lot, that's a good set, you could wear that. You can wear Krogs, another good set. Pretty much some pen, and you can keep this up a lot. It's one of the better sets in my opinion. Newer players, and if you're new to the game, just I'll explain like how you can get this up for you if you're new. Again, pretty much you deal Drake Limbs, they create shockwaves. Okay, that's a good one. Another option is Molarcina, but I tried it, I did not like it. It's an okay set, but my only issue is you gain it, but you have to light attack, and you gain weapon damage, but you get a shitload. Everything costs a lot. Selene's another good set. Stamina. I have a medium head, infused stamina glyph. Max stam. When you deal damage with melee, you summon a bear that does a crap ton of damage. Stormfist you can go. I tried it, didn't like it. Falcon. This monster head is okay. The shoulder is nice. You could wear this if you were wearing a lot of dots. That's just something. For the head, you would want either medium or a light head with a medium or light shoulder. Our static set is Hunting's Rage, pretty much bread and butter for Stam in any, pretty much a good set. 6 straight crafted out of Reaper's March, The Rift, and Ban Karai. Pretty good stats, up in crit stamina, up in crit hits, 288 weapon damage. Again, big pieces infused stamina, small pieces divines stamina. Now for our jewelry, we have Ravager 3-piece, which is what, again, I have these healthy. I do not want to trade change these, but if I have to, it would go leave 1 healthy and go either 1 robust, 2 robust, or even, I'm thinking of making these the triune one just to give me some extra stats. Again, you would want 1 recovery, 2 damage. I have 2 health recovery. This are not really my thing to farm. Okay, let me think what else I'm gonna say. Pretty much, the bar setup is this. Flames of Oblivion, which is pretty much a good ability. Cast it. Every 5 seconds you get a fireball out. That does 5500 flame damage, and you get weapon and spell crit, which is nice. Venomous Claw, our main dot is a DK. You do not spam this, but what you do is you throw this on, let it, and it takes for like 11 seconds. First hit's about 4k, then 13k unbuffed. Noxious Breath, bread and butter, conal. You gain give major fracture, reducing resistances. Now this morph is something you're gonna have to debate. You could go Blood Craze or you could go Runding. I just go Blood Craze because it's a heal that I don't have to worry about. Deadly Cloak and Ultimate Flawless Dawnbreaker. More weapon damage. Back bar. This is the flex spot. If you're running weapon power pots, which you can run, or you can run this in your major brutality, and then switch to your other set, your claw, 14k and about 10k. Bleed from this is about 1000. That's not that bad. I mean, back bar, you could run the igneous weapons, your armor buff, which I really don't want. This is if you're in a trial and you have a really good healer, you can run this, which is pretty nice. Gives major endurance, major fortitude, and extra healing received. Or you could even run this. Pretty much spam this. You can major mending for, God no, like 3 seconds. I run this over the other more fragmented is okay, but I don't like it. Then you got vigor, pretty much your bread and butter. You want to throw this on, then caltrops, poison injection, not that bad. Your main execute. You want to put caltrops, then an endless hail, then poison injection. That's the reason why we're running the Master's Bow. That is just free damage. Combine that with this, and this, and this. In single target, you are gonna nuke stuff. Back bar is standard of might, pretty much. Bread and butter DK. You gain a nice synergy, and you basically become a tank. It lasts 17 seconds. This is what a lot of people say for DKs, I guess I'm not. Most guys are saying, oh, you need to basically run this. Well, it's a good set this. This is your pretty much in trials. I would try and build up a banner for like Blue Hole and Vets. And if you're like fighting like things like this, Dawnbreaker, just keep Ravager rocking. This is pretty much a live video. I'm trying to get Ravager from. Anyway, Ravager is one of those sets that Stam Claws run with your Ravager, you gain a bit more damage, but it's not that bad, just ignore the stuff on the screen. Pretty much with Ravager, you gain a decent amount of health and you gain health, which gets me at 20k health, 32k stam, and 10k magic. That is honestly not that bad. It's not that bad. This is using pretty much the only thing. If you don't, pretty much you got that and you got this. If you don't have the Master's Bow, a suggestion I would recommend is going to go farm something. Get like a Defiler's Bow and make it nurned. Get it nurned, or craft something that you can just make nurned. Or a disease cliff for double damage poisons, and you pretty much got a good. And for monsters such as I said before, you could go Valken, Selines, or Krogs. Kina is meh because it's okay, but not enough sustain for me. Jewelry, I don't have the time to trade change. Another good set would be Lucky's, just the 3-piece of that. Even just a 1-piece Lucky's bow. Weapon damage, that's all you need. Jewelry, as I said before, you could go try trade or stuff like that. Go try stuff, which I'm probably gonna go. And now for races, the 3 that I think that are pretty much you could go Redguard or Granul. Of the 3, I think Redguard is the easiest to sustain on because of adrenaline of the passes, which are here. You get some recovery, stamina, and adrenaline, which helps. Again, I don't have this maxed out. You pretty much need this, but I don't use it. Hop a pot, and anyway, let's get into the pots. The pots you can use. If you don't want to run igneous, then you can get. Again, drink, dubious, pretty standard. Tripods. These are situational, but they're pretty good if you need it. Then you have these. It's pretty much a bit better than... let me just switch this out. Or switch out igneous for, say, my shield. Igneous weapons for my shield. I can get Ravager to proc. This gives you minor brutality. You can see without Ravager, and this is with a weapon pot, that ain't that bad. You know, something else to kill against. Again, Ravager is a pretty good set. These are. With a Ravager, you go right up to 4200. Not that bad, and if you want to run that, or you can run the weapon pots, it's honestly anyway, let's just go with these. These are enemies that I'm showing you that are in Vardenfell. Pretty much, Religion is a good set for AoE, target. Anybody says at EMA, it's not that bad, but I personally don't run it because I just hate it. Anyway, Ravager, if you want to, you could go Selene. I showed 3 options. Selene is another one. Fused, and where's my shoulder? I'm gonna roll this out and pretty much gain a bit more damage from the warrior. Get all this up. But notice that's my only issue with Selene's. It can proc, but on the wrong guy. Let's just find something else to kill. That's nice and stationary. You can see Selene's. It doesn't get buffed, but it can hit about 15k. Damn, this guy's fighting good. If you want to, for more mobile fights, I would recommend a set like Velodreth or Falcon Score. Again, this guy's. That's just this guy's what I just found the rainbow. Again. Now the trick to healing some other stuff. Pretty much the basics if you need to survive on like a heal, pretty much do this. This into a vigor gives you some extra healing. This, and let's say you want to be in PvP. In PvP, this build could work, which I have another setup which I might as well show now. PvP, I run good old Bloodsmith. Pretty much, it's my favorite set for DK. People say the other sets are okay. For the 2H on your back bar, you would want to go. I'm gonna show it off right now. This, which is powered, which I don't think no people like. This is something I like. It's just nice. Charge it. I'm going to show why DKs run this. This one. Slice, rally. Your PvP setup pretty much. Oh, you don't run standard in PvP. Oh god. Leave back bar dawn break. Alright, then for your PvP setup, you're gonna want pretty much. You can run flames, claw. Here I just recommend running this and this. Pretty much give you your dodge chance for 22 seconds. And here I switch this out for my armor, which is this. This one goes on blades, rally. Alright, now a combo a lot of people think is gotta let the thing with Bloodsmith. I'm trying to get Bloodsmith. For PvP, the setup I use is Igneous into a vigor, then D-swing, rallies, pretty much your burst heal. Reverse slice, you can get this to basically just spin your blade at your execute. Flawless Dawnbreaker, moral execution. Front bar, volatile armor, pretty much your resist buff. Claw again, breath, and blood cruise. And shuffle just to pretty much make you dance the damage off. Now the combos, a lot of people lose. Like, oh, no, you don't. Pretty much, I'm just giving the basics. Heal, and you just want to get your blood sponge and fuck, I'd be 29k leap. That's without ravage problem. Anyway, I might as well just finish this up. Again, there's a current swing into. Let's just think of the biggest swing. Blood crazy, get your dot on it. Pretty much, this is an easy enough build to get. Not that hard. You don't need to form any sets. Alright, Asylum. You get the 2H. I have the Asylum 2H. Comes out of normal, Asylum, Sanctorum, Nernhone, Disease. You could go Maul, you can go Battle Axe, up to you. Pretty much gives you ultimate. That with Bloodspawn gives you recovery, and when you, that's pretty much the exact same. So if you get both of them to proc, you ain't dying easy. That's with the Bloodspawn proc. You can just use this as an execute. That's pretty much it. Anyway, I might even do some other builds. In the past, I got some that works. Anyway, this is the build. I call this guy. I guess the build name I call this guy is the Butcher. Berserking Knight. I'd like to thank y'all, have a good night, and whatever y'all do, just have fun and let the storm roll out, I guess. Y'all have a good night. If you're on YouTube, just please put any comments in the comments section. I'll look at them. If there's anything in chat, I'll look at. Again, I thank you guys for watching the video. You guys have a good night and enjoy yourselves. Thank y'all, and Storm God, rolling out.